Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in. And let's start off with this tweet over here from Ottavio Costa. There is a reason why central banks are trapped. When liquidity in the bond market becomes dysfunctional, every policymaker in the planet will be forced to step in. BOJ was first, BOE was second. Yellen is changing her tune. Next in line, the Fed and the ECB. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now that we have been seeing a major push from the ECB around crypto. Recently, they just passed the MiCA bill, which was a huge, I would say, accomplishment around crypto, regulations. And I think that the next major thing on their agenda is really kind of moving over to crypto-driven payment systems around CBDCs and things like that. They are definitely moving fast on the digital euro, and we have been focused on this. Now, also around this entire area, some major banks around the world are actually getting hit with major cyber attacks, and they are having outages. We do see breaking: Australia's central bank, RBA, suffers 4-hour industry-wide bank payment transfer outage. And this is massive. It's a central bank, and they are suffering a 4-hour outage. The RBA confirmed the internal engineering issue deterred their ability to settle transactions between banks. Do you understand what is happening right now? Things around the banking sector is completely flawed. There's a lot of issues arising around the entire banking sector, and it is focused on major central banks, like, for example, Australia's. What do you think happens next? They're going to usher in a full-on new payment system that is the highest grade security, the most secure, the fastest, most efficient new system that you could think about. And I do believe that, yes, it will be centered on, CBDCs with, digital currencies and things like that. We've just recently seen the ECB talking about, crypto and crypto payment systems, like I said. The BRICS, for example, have been moving very fast on crypto-driven payment systems as well as cross-border payments around crypto. Things are moving rapidly within the crypto scene, within the central banking sector, as well as the major global financial sector. And we also do see over here, real quick to interrupt the video, if you guys do want to get a part of a $9,000 plus giveaway of QNT and XRP, I'm doing also another giveaway. It's going to be a Halloween giveaway. I think I might give away, like, we'll see what I could do. I want to give away a substantial amount. But if you guys do want to join up on Mexi and be a part of this $9,000 plus worth of QNT and XRP giveaway, definitely hit that link down in the description below, as well as in the comments below, for your chance to win up to $9,000. And this is a limited time only, so definitely get into it if you guys want to. Obviously, you don't need to, but Mexi is the exchange that I personally utilize for all my crypto purchases. But also, going back to a few things around finance and also crypto. We do see over here Stripe abruptly changed their tune around crypto earlier this year. Shout out to Molly Elmore, actually, for this. But the thing about Stripe is very interesting here, because I actually had multiple... So you guys know me. Like, if you've been following the channel for a while, I have multiple, currently right now, Shopify stores running around crypto. The very interesting thing about this is on my website, encashofficial.com, for example, I had to change my Shopify payments. They said that you're selling crypto, related products, and we cannot offer the typical standard payment options for the store, which I thought was crazy. But you could definitely see it starting. They want to play against crypto. They don't want crypto. They are terrified of crypto because at the end of the day, it's fully disrupting the entire system. You see over here, my account was closed in February when a keyword triggered them to label my biz as crypto related. And a few weeks later, was surprisingly reopened following a press release about now being crypto friendly. And yeah, a lot of these major companies will soon, change their tune because they have no choice. Listen, we all know that crypto is the future. Now, I haven't really been focused too much on Stripe all that much ever since the occurrence, but I've also changed my payments on Shopify, so I haven't really seen many updates around it. I haven't looked into it, but We do see over here from August 2014, Collision Brothers Stripe invest $3 million in new cryptocurrency Stellar. And then over here, they do kind of talk a little bit about Stellar, talking about the project itself. It's not run by Stripe, obviously. We just believe in the system with properties like Stellar should exist in the world, and we heartily encourage anyone interested to participate in its development. And yeah, I mean, they obviously love Stellar at this current moment. Well, during that time, and we do see over here from DC FinTech Week 2022, which we've seen a ton of updates around. Panel Patrick Collision, co-founder and chief executive officer, Stripe Inc. And then we do see down here the U.S. Representative, North Carolina ranking member, House Financial Services Committee, Patrick McHenry. And then over here, we see former Bank of England Governor Mark Carney joins Stripe board. I mean, listen, are we going to see XRP and XLM being fully ushered in? Who knows? But it's very, very interesting. And then down here, again from Digital Asset Buy, this is talking about the Meridian meeting with Stellar. They are having this overseas, the urgency of doing. Then over here we have I appreciate sharing learnings on CBDCs, crypto assets in the next generation financial markets, infrastructures with Bank of England and the BIS. We also discussed mitigating systemic risk. Thank you. And then over here, the next stop on my learning tour was visiting Ripple Labs. Thanks, Brad Garlinghouse. And then over here, Bank of England, FinTech Accelerator, Proof of Concept, Ripple, exploring the synchronized settlement of payments using the Intraledger Protocol. And this is very interesting. And London has been ready for a while. Shout out to Anderson for this. But London has been moving very, very fast on crypto-related products and crypto-driven payment systems. I do believe that, like I said, Stellar and Ripple will play a vital role in the new entire system. I've talked about this many, many times before, and I really do think that these two are major holds. If you are holding XRP, I'm telling you, look into XLM as well. You will not regret it. These two tokens move extremely close to one another. So the way that I always looked at it is like, listen, I'm not a maxi when it comes to any specific token. I, follow the money trail. And if I could double dip and make money on XRP and XLM at the same time, why wouldn't I? So I do stack both of these, and it's for good measure. Also, yes, I do believe that London is ready, but I don't believe that they are the only ones. I think that we are going to see a major move around the world. But also, shout out to Crypto Area. We do see Swift and JPMorgan announcement at CBOS today. Swift Go and JPMorgan Expedite Remit join forces, new payment solution, low-value cross-border payments, assisting legacy banks to settle. Swift covers all currencies, and JPMorgan will help banks capture and settle real-time. And we do see down here from Johnny Bravo, it worked. They held XRP back long enough and developed their own settlement systems to keep all the money. What are the... It's all, show reply guys now. But listen closely to this.
What is Swift Go, and why is now the best time to roll it out?
Yes, so you just mentioned it. The low-value payment space is really skyrocketing, and banks are actually uniquely positioned to capitalize on this growth. Since the beginning of the year, I'm super happy to announce that we've tripled the number of banks signing Swift Go. So we went from 120 to now more than 400 banks. More importantly, the solution actually covers all the currencies in the world. All you need is a clearing bank so that you can start actually servicing customers in their local and non-local currency. And those payments arrive for 87% of them in 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
3 minutes.
JPMorgan is aligning its Expedite product with Swift Go to make it even easier for clients to implement a low-value cross-border payment offering.
It's a new solution that we've launched at CBOS, and Expedite Remit focuses on consumer-to-consumer payments. So what we're trying to do is to help banks capture and retain these consumer-to-consumer flows, which, as I mentioned, they had sort of stepped away from that market. And if you look at banks, they have largely ceded that space to fintechs and money service businesses. And the fintechs and money service bureaus showed them that this can actually be a big business. And by the way, most of those firms use bank rails in the back end. So then banks have started focusing on low value payments. What we are trying to do is to help them settle real time where possible with full principal protection and upfront costs. And if you add all types of consumer payments, it can be more than $4 trillion. So it's a huge market, and it's growing at double-digit pace. So that's why everyone is suddenly interested in it. And so we said we'll come together and let's, join forces. So think about where migrant workers send their money or expat workers send their money. India, China, Philippines, Mexico, those are the big corridors across the world. So we're building those out first. So we cover about 40% now. 70% of all the flows will be covered next year. And then after that, 90%. So that's our roadmap.
Now, although a lot of people believe that this is JPMorgan and Swift working together to replace Ripple and XRP, I do want to reiterate a little bit of a similar story in the past, right? And that was when initially we found out about JPMorgan jumping into the game. During that time, a lot of people did speculate that XRP was essentially being fully disrupted, and XRP is going to be fully, we'll just say replaced, just for the sake of what they were saying back then. But the problem here is that you have a bank like JPMorgan. These other major banks are not going to want to utilize JPMorgan. Think about it. Why would they? When you look at Ripple and XRP, the thing that's so special about them to banks is that it's a neutral company. It's a neutral technology. When we look at the 3-minute time frame, as we do see down here, like 3 minutes does not sound like XRP or XLM to me. Obviously, I don't believe that this is XRP or XLM, but it definitely does depend because, transactions could take a little bit of time, especially if they are, legacy domestic, transactions. And it doesn't even matter if like XRP is a part of that or not, because again, the actual settlement itself will take seconds, but the full-on transaction will take around like 3 minutes or so on how they were saying. But again, to me, you got to remember what BRICS is doing as well. You got to definitely check out what is happening around the world with the BRICS nations, with CBDCs, with ECB, etc., all of those major names, because they are moving very fast on digital payments, digital systems, all centered on crypto. So to me, this might be a little great announcement or so. It might shake the waters a little bit, but to me personally, I don't think that this is anything to worry about. But of course, that's my opinion. Now, a lot of people will connect this back to Ripple and XRP. They'll say that that XRP will be utilized with this because they'll connect it to, for example, like Volante. Obviously, like, listen, are we gonna connect this to Volante? I don't believe that we need to. I don't think that this is a direct connection to XRP. If anything, I think that this is sort of a shot in the dark. I think that a lot of people are going to get riled up about this. I think that a lot of people are going to worry and be concerned that XRP and Ripple are getting replaced by Swift and JPMorgan. But I don't think that that's necessarily the case. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. A lot of people actually believe that Swift and BNY Mellon essentially will utilize Ripple as well. We do see over here from Ruben Alexander. And I talked a little bit about this in my video from yesterday, where we were actually looking at this proof of concept down here. Remember, we don't know exactly what's going to happen with a lot of this. A lot of this is sort of older news. I don't believe that Swift is going to utilize, Ripple at this current moment in time. Listen, at the end of the day, when we really kind of look at things happening around Swift, I believe that we could essentially see a major move happening eventually around crypto, but it looks like they're more so kind of centered on disrupting their core system, utilizing DLT, crypto, or some major private DLT. Is Ripple and XRP going to play a vital role here? We don't know. We could only go through some of the major connections that we do have. Are they substantial? Not really, but we've just recently talked about Swift and XRP. In fact, if you guys want to go check out that video, I have like 3 or so videos talking about Swift in like the past, I want to say like week and a half, 2 weeks, on how everything is going to work around XRP with Swift. And essentially, we've seen David Schwartz talk about how rapid payments demand rapid settlement. Not 3 minutes in terms of settlement, but a lot quicker. And I really do think that that stands true here as well. And the interesting thing about all of this is it is centered on everything that Ripple is trying to go after. Recently, we just looked at what Swift was doing in terms of their entire redesign. Looks very similar to Ripple. It sounds exactly like Ripple. Obviously, they're trying to compete with Ripple. Ripple doesn't really need to compete with Swift because guess what? They've already solved the issue that they cannot solve, and that's that on-demand liquidity mechanism utilizing XRP, and that is probably one of the biggest, and I will say the biggest innovations that Ripple has ever solved. And I think that that is the biggest area. I think that that's the secret sauce. I don't think that we should sit here and play games and, speculate on, all right, XRP was 100% replaced. No, because I just don't believe that that is the case. I think that XRP is going to, stand and test the time, and I think that Ripple is going to be around for a very long time, especially with all of their major expansions, and I do believe that Ripple will be a major company as well, centered around the fintech area. So with all of that in mind, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you all. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely hit that like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys have more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As those up to you all, have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.